So unit 3 will be an extension of our previous unit form. So unit 1 what we discussed? Unit 1 what we discussed? Probability, how to find the probability value and how to define the random variables. Those basic moments we discussed. Unit 2 what we have discussed? Distributions. Okay. So there everything in both the 1 and 2 we discussed everything based on one-dimensional random variable. Now we are going to extend it for a two-dimensional space. Okay. So what is the difference between one dimension and two dimension? Yes. What is the difference? If you are going to find the y value when x is equal to x1, it is one dimension or two dimension? One dimension. So that is what normally you say that y is equal to f of x. Okay. You know the corresponding x values. Based on that one, you are going to find what is your y. Okay. What is two dimension? What is two dimension? Yes. You are going to consider both the values of x and y. Okay. Both is going to happen together. What is the corresponding result on that one? That is what we will discuss in our two-dimensional random variable. Normally it will be denoted by f of x comma y. When x is equal to x1 and y equal to y1, what is going to happen? That is what we are going to discuss in our two-dimensional random variable. Same similar concepts what we have discussed for the one dimension. Just we are going to extend it to the two dimension. Okay. The last one here. Last one here. Explain what is PMF. What is PMF? Probability. Hey, others remain in silence. Probability distributive function. Okay, whether it is discrete case or continuous case. Then you should listen to plus or not. The next one, you know everything. Right? Now one day scolded you people regarding your exam performance. Immediately both of you sitting and talking. I think I gave some instruction to some students to come and sit only in the first page before some days itself. Who are those? They tell you or not? Last page there's so many. Who are those students? Okay, now I am telling you. Come to the first page. No need for fun also. Come. So what we have discussed in our previous unit, the same expression we are going to discuss now. Okay. Here also we are going to discuss both for the discrete case as well as for the continuous case. So in one dimension, how we discussed for the discrete case, PMF. What is PMF? Probability mass function. Since it is one dimensional, we denote it as P of x. Now for our two dimensional, we are going to denote it as P of x comma y. So what will be the probability value when x equal to x1 as well as y equal to y1? In the previous case, what we discussed, what is the probability value when x is equal to x1? That's all. In two dimension, what you are going to do? You are going to find the probability value when x equal to x1 as well as y equal to y1. Okay, so just an extension only, similar formulas only. Finding the mean and variance will be like similar concepts only. Just we are studying for two variables, that's all. Okay, so take note. Let capital S be the sample space. Let capital S be the sample space. What is sample space? Not total number. Set of all possible outcomes. Sample space is nothing but set of all possible outcomes. So that let capital X equal to X of S and capital Y equal to Y of S. Capital Y equal to Y of S be two functions. Each assigning a real number each assigning a real number to each outcome, comma, then x comma y within fact data. X comma y is a two-dimensional random variable. X comma y is a two-dimensional random variable. So take down discrete random variable. Discrete random variable. So right, the joint probability. So for one dimension, what we say? PMF alone. Here we are going to say it as joint because we are going to discuss between two random variables. The joint probability mass function. The joint probability mass function is given by probability of capital X equal to small xi, comma, capital Y equal to yj. X equal to xi, comma, y equal to yj. So normally the notation what we will write is Pij. I indicates for the x values and j indicates for the y values. General notation Pij. Okay. So always what is the nature of probability value now? What is the nature of probability value? Zero. Short, positive. Always it should be positive. What should be the nature of the total probability value? 1. Here also the same condition. Here we are going to take it over both I and J. So the total probability value here also should be equal to 1. No change in that one. How many variables we are going to discuss? Everywhere the total probability value should be equal to 1. Okay. Like this we can extend for any number of random variables now. According to our syllabus we are going to stick only to 2 dimensions. Like this we can extend for n dimensional random variables also. Okay. I hope you will remember those 2 points. Always the probability value will be positive and always the total probability value will be equal to 1. So take the next one. Now what you are defining here is your joint probability. From this one you will be finding what is the probability value for x as well as what is the probability value for y. That is called as the marginal probability mass function. When we combine both and say it is called as the joint. From that we are going to find separately what will be the probability value for x and what is the probability value for y. That will be called as the marginal probability mass function. Okay, so take now the marginal probability mass function. The marginal probability mass function of x is the set xi comma pi dot. Xi comma pi dot. In the space of j put a dot symbol. What is the general notation? Pij no. So in the space of j put a dot symbol. I will explain you what is that. Okay, so right. Similarly, the marginal PMF of y. The marginal PMF of y is the set yj comma p dot j. Yj comma p dot j. What is the meaning of that dot? Is that it is not a constant value, it is going to vary. So only you are putting it as a general one to be dot because that particular value is going to keep on changes. Okay. As I told you, here we are going to discuss with the 2-dimensional random variable. So we have the x values as well as the y values. So here the probability will be in the form of a bivariate table. Everyone knows what is a bivariate table? Yes, you would have used that one, but you may not know the meaning. Have you come across these types of tables or not? Yes, this is called as the bivariate table. We are going to fill the answers. What has happened when x equal to some value and y equal to some value. Okay. So just for example, consider x1, x2, x3, x4. 2. Next 3, 2. Next 4, 2. Can you understand what is the meaning of each of these probability values? Yes. Next row P13. This will be P14. This will be P23, 24. 33, 34. 43, 4. Can you understand what is the meaning of all these probability values? This value is what you feel is called as the jolt. You are writing this answer for both x as well as y. From this you are supposed to find the marginal. Marginal means you have to find for x separately as well as y separately. That is, you have to find what is the answer when x is equal to x1. What is the answer when y equal to some value yj. Like that you have to find the probability value for x and y separately. Okay. You have written x values in row wise or column wise now? Row wise. X values are written in row wise. Again, row wise or column wise? Column wise. Vertical lines means column. Horizontal lines means rows. We have written y1 here. So this is in the horizontal line. So row or column? Row. So y are represented in row wise and x are represented in column wise. Okay. In simple way, I want to tell you is to find the corresponding totals. Okay. So where is x1? It is in the first column. When you find the total of all these values, this will be probability of x equal to x1. Okay. You find the total of second column, that will be probability of x equal to x2. Third column x3. Fourth column x4. Similarly, row wise total, first row will give you y1. You are going to find probability of y equal to y1. Second row y2. Third row y3. Fourth row y4. This is called as the marginal probability mass function. Okay, this is the marginal PMF for x and that is the marginal PMF for y. If you need for x and y separately. So in the notation what you are given, what you are written Pi dot. What is the meaning is that I is fixed at j will be varying. That is what happened here. X equal to x1, see the probability values. Whether all x are 1 now. Whether j are varying or not. So only we put the symbol as I dot. Okay, similarly for y. What happens? J is fixed. Is or no? I is going to vary on. So only we say it as P dot j. Okay, in the value you are trying to find, that will be a fixed one. The other one will be varying because we are going to discuss all the possible possibilities. Okay, can you understand now? As usual, here also will be easy only, discrete case. Continuous case only we will deal with some term integration. Okay, any doubt? Yes? So this questions can be asked. Find the marginal PMF of x and y. You just from the data identify clearly in which way x and y are represented. That is in column wise or it is in row wise. According to that way, we find the total where marginal PMF is 4. Okay, any doubts now? Should we proceed? Yes? So take our next one. The random variables x and y, the random variables x and y are independent. The random variables x and y are independent if probability of x equal to xi, y equal to yj equal to probability of x equal to xi into probability of y equal to yj. Independent probabilities. The joint should be equal to the independent. Okay, what is the meaning? If you are going to check this is independent, this value should be the product of x equal to x1 and y equal to y1. Okay, if this two total is same as this one, okay, then we can say that it is an independent one. So in terms of simpleness, Pij will be equal to Pi dot into P dot j. In terms of symbol. Okay, the joint probability should be equal to the product of the individual margin. Shall we start with the problems? Yes. First one. Take one copy or still one copy? joint PMF of x comma y is given by P of x comma y equal to k into 2x plus 3y. K into 2x plus 3y, comma x equal to 0, 1, 2. X equal to 0, 1, 2 and y equal to 1, 2, 3. Find all the marginal and conditional probability distributions. All the marginal and conditional probability distributions. Also find the probability distribution of x plus y and probability of x plus y greater than 2. Probability distribution of x plus y and probability of x plus y greater than 3. So as usual, if you are lucky, this type of questions can be asked for at 16 marks. Okay, what today about one question in random variables? Yes or no? Discrete. 2 questions was there. One with k and one with k. Okay, those types of questions can be asked as at 16 marks also. Like this 2 dimension also can also be asked as at 16 marks. Okay, now what is the first line given, You are given the probability function to be k into 2x plus 3y. So in 2 dimension, what is the first step in discrete case is that you form a bivariate table. I told you how to form, no? So form a bivariate table. So start the solution. Put a bivariate table. Which we want to consider x, row wise or column wise? Column wise. Okay, x, 1. What are the possible values for x? 0, 1, 2. It is given in the question. Y values 1, 2, 3. So now we have to fill this probability values, no? For that one we have given the formula. So what is the formula? K into 2x plus 3y. Substitute the formula and find what is the probability value. This is the place where x equal to 0 and y equal to 1. Substitute x equal to 0, y equal to 1. 3, k is there. So this answer will be 3. This is the place where x equal to 1 x equal to 1 and y equal to 1. 1, 5. This case x equal to 2, y equal to 1. 7, k. X equal to 2 means 2 into 2 will give you 4. 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3 will give you 7. Now fill the next row. Here x equal to 0 and y equal to 2.
6k.
Not 4.
6k.
X equal to 0, y equal to 2. What will the answer? 6k. Next one. X equal to 1 and y equal to 2.
8k.
8 or 7?
8.
X equal to 1 marks or 2. Y equal to 2 means 2 into 3 will be 6. 6 plus 2 will give you 8. Last one. Both are true. Tell me your last row. Do it. Tell me your last row. 9k. Others, check it and decide or no. I didn't do the checking. You check it. Easy or not to fill. Just be careful with the corresponding x and y substitution. If you interchange means, the answers will vary. It will not satisfy. Okay. Can you proceed the problem in this table, ma'am? Yes or no? No. You can solve the problem if everything is to be a known value. Whether there is unknown value or not? K. So what is the first step?
K.
Find this K. How do you find the K value? Total probability value should be equal to 1. So when you add all these 9 values, it should be equal to 1. Below the table, we know that double summation Pij equal to 1. Two dimensions, so double summation. That is, add all the 9 values, 3k plus 5k plus 7k plus 6k plus 8 plus 10 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 should be equal to 1. Find what is the k value, add everything, 1 by 7. So left hand side we get it as 72k equal to 1. So k value will be equal to 1 by 72. So what is the k value for our problem? 1 by 72. There are two ways you can solve the problem. What you can do in the next step is that again you can rewrite the table again with k equal to 1 by 72. Or otherwise you have the table like this. When you solve the problems also solve it k itself. But finally when you give the answer, replace k as 1 by 72. It's your choice. If you replace k as 1 by 72, what will happen? 3 by 72, 5 by 72, 7 by 72 and like this. So first step you do a cross checking whether what you got as the k value is right or wrong. How do you do that, madam? Sum to replace when you add panna it should be equal to 1. If you get it as equal to 1 means the k value is a right one. Otherwise the k value is a wrong one. Okay, should we replace or have it as it is? Have it as it is. So start the first one. Find all the marginal. That is the first one you have to find. How do you find the marginal, ma'am? Already explained, you know. How do you find the marginal PMF of x? You have to add row wise or column wise. Simple. Marginal PMF of x means you are going to add row wise or column wise. Column wise. For why?
Row wise.
Row wise. Shall we fill that one? So do it. So here is generally written as probability of x equal to xi. This will be probability of y equal to yj. Okay. Should we add the column? This value is for x equal to 0. So probability of x equal to 0 equal to. Add the first column 18k. But what is k value? 1 by 72. So we get it as 18 by 72. Second column is for x equal to 1. So probability of x equal to 1. Answer? Third column for x equal to 2. How much? 30 by 70. Others are you doing? Just add the corresponding each column or row. Similarly for y, this is for y equal to 1. So probability of y equal to 1. Answer 15 by 7. Next one, y equal to 24 by 7. Others, you check it. I am giving the answer in the book. You check it whether it is right or wrong. Finished? So here also you can cross verify whether the answer is right or wrong. When you put this grand total, it should be equal to 1. Add all these three values whether you are getting 1 or not. Check it. 80, 24, 30. 72. 72 by 72 is 1. So let's check for y. 15, 24, 20, 33. 72. This is one of your cross checking to go before proceeding to the next step. When you add everywhere row wise or column wise, your total probability value should be equal to 1. If you get it as 1 means you can strongly proceed with the next step. If you don't get it as 1, what you have to do? Recheck your calculation starting from k. Okay, because if you don't cross check here and proceed means all the other subscripts will be wrong one if this does not satisfy. Okay, check it and then proceed to the next steps. So we are completed the marginal. What is the next one you have to find? Conditional. You are remember what is the conditional probability you have to find? Conditional probability P of A given B. Okay, we can interchange A and B also as B given B. Instead of that one, here we are going to discuss with x and y. So you can define two conditional probability values now. What is the probability value when x equal to xi given y equal to yj? Or you can discuss for y equal to yj given x equal to xi. In the first case, what is going to happen? You are going to fix y value and you are going to wait for the x. Second one, what is going to happen? You are going to fix x and wait for y. So we are having two possibilities of condition. In the question, where is mentioned to be any particular conditional distribution? No. Generally it is asked conditional no. So let us discuss for all the possible cases. Okay. Tell me how many values of x is there? How many values of x? 3. How many values for y? So let us discuss for all the possible combinations. Okay. Consider the first case x equal to 0. Probability of x equal to 0 given. How many values of y is possible? 3. We can discuss for y equal to 1. Or you can discuss for y equal to 2. Or you can discuss for y equal to 3. You understand now? All the possible cases you have discuss. Okay? So for x equal to 0, how many discussion? 3. For x equal to 1, 3. X equal to 2, 3. Totally 9 for this case. Similarly, you can reverse. Y equal to yj given x equal to xi. You fix y equal to 1. How many possibilities of x is there? 3. So that way also you will calculate 9. So 9 plus 9? 18 conditional distributions you are going to find. Okay? Easy one. Just one line answer you are going to do it. Okay? So take our next topic. So next submission. Conditional distribution of x given y. Conditional distribution of x given y. That is probability of x equal to xi given y equal to yj. So start the first possible case now. Probability of x is equal to 0 given y equal to 1. We are fixing x equal to 0 first. Okay, what is the conditional probability definition? A given b equal to A intersection b by P of b. Here the numerator is intersection is nothing but joint. Let me say that. So here the numerator is nothing but the corresponding joint probability. Denominator is the corresponding margin. Okay, so how you simply write this one is numerator is probability of x equal to 0, y equal to 1. Joint intersection. Okay, ரெண்டும் நடக்கும்போது என்ன வருதோ அதுதான் வந்து joint. That is the intersection. Divided by probability of y equal to 1. Okay, this you can fill from the table, not only to think at all. So what is the answer? X equal to 0 and y equal to 1? 3, right? So what is the answer for y equal to 1? 15k. Is that? Yes, this can also be said as 15k, 24k, 33k. Is that no? Yes, so then this is nothing but what? 18k, 24k, 30k. So numerator is the combination of both. X equal to 0 and y equal to 1, the answer is 3k. For y equal to 1, what is the answer? 15k. So your answer will be 3k by 15k. So what will answer? 1 by 5. That's all. Okay, it may appear that it will be difficult one, but it's easy. Just we are going to fill all the things only from the table. What is the next case? X equal to 0 given y equal to 2. Fix x now, so that you don't miss anyone. This one. So what is the answer? X equal to 0, y equal to 2. What is the numerator? 60. Should I write the formula again? X equal to 0, y equal to 2. Denominator will be y equal to 2. The second one. So what will answer? X equal to 0, y equal to 2 is 60. What is answer for y equal to 2? 24k. So it will be 6k by 24k. What is the answer? Can you understand now? Can you fill all the remaining 16 values? Yes? What is the next one you have to discuss? X equal to 0 given y equal to 3. Next we start with x equal to 1 to y equal to 1, x equal to 1, y equal to 2, x equal to 1, y equal to 3. Similarly, x equal to 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. Then you have to start with the other two. What will be the other one? Y equal to yj given x equal to x. You fix y and vary with x. Y equal to 1 given x equal to 0. Y equal to 1 given x equal to 1. Y equal to 1 given x equal to 2. Similarly for 2 and 3. Can you understand? Can you fill? Start filling it. Fill the remaining